Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out there by their rookie QB, a 2-year starter at Notre Dame. It's DeShone Kizer.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
First down, Kizer going underneath for Crowell. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down now after the pass completion. Working out of the gun. Here's Kizer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. To throw is Kizer. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's game continues to gain notice and respect. He's a long defensive end, but has great ability to bend and get leverage. Can take on blockers at the point of attack and also shows skill in rushing the passer.
You mentioned he's long, 6'7", over 315 pounds. Man, he is huge. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll throw again. Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already...
And I think the ball's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline...
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now Bell, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Danny Shelton able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
That goes for a gain of 31. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he puts it through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down throw for Kaiser. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the gun, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second down, Kaiser flushed out right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third and long for Kaiser. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here. We go 1st and 10 now.
That's a run. They're running it. Here we go.
Kaiser yet again. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action. Kaiser. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Kaiser being chased out left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Roethlisberger will throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And some space here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On now the Steelers' second-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you'd make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Kaiser now on 2nd down, and he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On the counter, here's Bell. Bell sheds him off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Around the NFL, how about this one up in Foxborough? The Jets are out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. It's Jabril Peppers, the rookie from Michigan. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On the run, it's Corral. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. T.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Dancing to it, and he goes. Down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Boswell for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Corey Coleman now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get... On with the show, so we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one. You'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside. The 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the offense lining up first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And now it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Cody Kessler and the Browns heading back out on offense. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now it's Crowell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First thrown out for the backup Kessler. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Kessler will try again on second down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Time running out here on the play clock. Boy, and now Can't even get a playoff.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Kessler eluding the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Green, 35.
Into the red zone now. It's Kessler escaping the pressure right. And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Cody Kessler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A give to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Kessler to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Before pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
3rd and long. It's Kessler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
The give is to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And down to the 36-yard line here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. It's the Bengals hoping to pull off a bit of a shocker. They lead in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And the Browns getting set to go. First down, Kessler, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try the right side with Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Joe Flacco, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Browns, well, not much more to say except it was a sheer disaster from beginning to end as they do indeed finish 0-16. And you have to imagine that there will be some big-time house cleaning to do, possibly starting as early as tomorrow morning. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Garner.